Hey everybody, welcome back. It is week 4, and this week we're going to be talking about the research process. This is something you'll start working on over the next couple of weeks as you prepare for your argument essay assignment. So let me start by sharing my screen. I'll go over the agenda and walk you through what is expected for the week. All right, moving boxes out of the way. Okay, so just to review briefly, last week, week 3, as you know, you were reading about how to respond to arguments. So 3 ways: agree, disagree, or some combination. And I really enjoyed reading your perspectives in the blog posts. You also learned about signal phrases, how to use those in your writing and how to detect them in your reading of other essays, as well as using voice markers. So these are important clues to think about as a reader and a writer. As I mentioned this week, you're going to be reading about the research process and the idea of research being an ongoing conversation. So certainly there's always something new to learn, and that depends on what others have researched before you and what you discover in that process. So you'll also look at how to write a research summary. This will be probably the first part of your argument essay that you'll be doing in a couple of weeks. And you'll learn about how to write or prepare research questions that will help you in discovering what you're looking for. So when you write your argument essays, again, there'll be more information about this in the weeks to come, but essentially you'll be looking at a problem in your local community and solutions to that problem. So a research question could be, I live in Hartford, so I might say, what is a problem in Hartford, Connecticut? And then I might do a quick Google search, see what comes up. And then you'll also learn about citation chaining, how that works, and why that's helpful for the reader. The Little Seagull Handbook, you'll be reading 2 sections on research. One, again, goes over the nuts and bolts, essentially, of doing research, forming that research question, and using it to draft a thesis statement. You'll also learn about the difference between primary and secondary research. And then I have some links to tools that you can use to explore online research. So as I mentioned, you can just do a basic Google search, like, what is a problem in Hartford, Connecticut, and see what comes up. So there's social issues, race and class issues, issues of poverty. Hartford is the 8th poorest city in the country, etc. So I might start there and then try doing an advanced search in Google. So I might say Hartford, and I also want Connecticut in there. I want an exact word or phrase, so I might want to focus on the food insecurity aspect of poverty. And then I might want to limit my search only to .org sites. So that will be nonprofit organizations. So that will limit my, instead of starting with these big results, which is the initial question, I might limit it so that my advanced search will only show me about these specifics of food insecurity in Hartford and Connecticut in nonprofit organizations. So I might see this site, Feeding America, a nonprofit org that's dealing with hunger and poverty in Hartford, the Hartford food system. Then I see an article about Connecticut's food insecurity. So this is something that you'll want to play around with as you learn how to use these search engines. And then, as I mentioned, in the next couple of weeks, you'll start thinking about brainstorming ideas for your research essay. But the key is, as I said, a problem in your local community. So then you'll also learn in the Little Seagull Handbook how to evaluate sources, where to go, what sources are available, websites to check those sources. You'll watch a video, how to spot fake news. And then you'll be reading an essay from They Say, I Say called Google Technology and the Truth About Internet Search. If you're like me, you tend to rely on Google, but you might question that after reading this essay. So pay attention to what she says about algorithms, confirmation bias, echo chambers, and cognitive dissonance. These are all topics that will be relevant to your discussion in the blog this week. So if we go over there and you click on the week 4 folder, here are the readings, and you'll see the blog. We're diving into research and also exploring these ideas about the truth about internet search. So read my thread. I have another short video for you to watch that kind of explains confirmation bias and how our brains work. It's fascinating and maybe even a little disturbing when you realize what's going on. And then I have a few questions for you to answer and type your responses to when you write your blog post this week. So also on this week's agenda is quiz number 3. It's a 3-point quiz. Make sure to complete it by midnight on Friday. You can't take it once that deadline has passed, so do your best to submit it on time. So those are your assignments for the week. Next week, we'll start exploring another topic very much in the news, which is about AI or artificial intelligence. And you'll also read an essay on social media and again, how the brain works. So hopefully you'll find these topics fascinating as you do your readings this week and respond in the blog. So I'll wish you all well, and I look forward to reading what you have to say this week. Have a great week. Bye for now.